Welcome to the Dolphins Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Nic Rohloff. Miami just wrapped up their first preseason game of 2025. They tied the Chicago Bears at 24. There is no overtime in the preseason. We are going to talk a lot about what happened in this game. The starters played on defense for the first possession of the game. The starters played on offense the first possession of the game. And then we started to see some of these backups and other projected starters get some extended run. And we'll talk about each of those players. The main takeaway I have in this one is that I think I was happy. When you script out a Dolphins preseason game, you just hope no major injuries occur. And yes, we had a couple. And Ollie Gordon looked good, but Alexander Mattison got a little bit banged up. Elijah Campbell, a little bit banged up. But you hope that those guys are fine and it's nothing serious. But when you really look into this game, you just want to think that the process is going the way that you want it to go. And I felt like the process was pretty solid. We'll start with the starters in this one, because Tua Tagovailoa played one drive in this football game. He led the Miami Dolphins all the way down to the 1 yard line. And he made some really nice plays, some really nice throws on 3rd and 4, on 4th and 3. He made a couple big throws where it was anticipatory. He put it right on the money where it needed to be. And then you saw a couple good runs by Devon Achane as well. Miami stacked a good drive on their first possession with the starters. No Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Wright, by the way. But then here's the issue, and the part that did drive me up a wall. They get to the 3 yard line, 1st and goal. They run it, pick up a yard. 2nd and goal from the 1.5 line, stuffed. 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line, stuffed. 4th and goal from the 1 yard line, stuffed. It's not a good thing that we saw Jaylen Wright stuffed at the line of scrimmage at the 1 3 straight times. That is unacceptable, especially when you had your starting offensive line going up against the Chicago Bears' second defensive line. That just simply cannot happen. Miami has been trying to beef up the trenches. I thought the trenches did a good job for the most part today, but that part was absolutely abysmal. Now, I did like how they bounced back. There's no denying that. On their second drive of the game, Zach Wilson in at quarterback led Miami down to the 5 yard line. They punched it in this time. There's a lot to talk about with Wilson. We'll get to that in a second. But they got to the 1 again, and they used Alexander Mattison on 3rd and goal from the 1, where he was able to punch it in, but he did get stuffed on 2nd and goal. So if you're talking about plays at the 1 yard line, Miami, it took them 5 tries to finally have it happen. 5. That's not ideal. Stuffed on the first 4, got it on the 5th. That's got to be better. More takeaways to come here, but grade the Miami Dolphins' performance today. Pin comment on today's show, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know your thoughts on what you think Miami did well, what they didn't do well, and give them an overall grade for me down in the comments section. Before we get to quarterback play, which we will, let's talk about the first-team defense, because it was quick, but it was absolutely awesome. I'll go through the entire sequence of that first defensive series for the Miami Dolphins starters. It started with, I believe, a run. Let me double check. I just want to really hone in here. First play, incomplete pass, Jordan Brooks. Really good coverage on the rookie Colston Loveland. Gave him no error space. Then, second play, Willie Gay Jr. and Benito Jones sack Tyson Bagent to force a 3rd and 16 before Bagent checks it down to Colston Loveland for an 8 yard gain. Elijah Campbell and Tyrell Dodson on tackle. So the first team defense generated pressure. Zach Sealer almost got a sack on that 3rd and 16 play. So it was back-to-back sacks. Overall, the first team defense played 1 possession. It was a 3 and out in dominating fashion against the second team Bears offense. That's how it should be. I'm happy about that. All right, let's move on from the starters, and let's go in depth here on some of these players. We'll start with Zach Wilson, who ended up the game completing 5 of 9 passes for 96 yards, ended up having no touchdowns, sacked 4 times. There are a couple highlights that I want to bring up, though, when it comes to Wilson. One, that he missed a wide-open touchdown. Before the handoff to Alexander Mattison, they did a naked bootleg to the left And they actually had Tanner Connor, who got more playing time than I thought. He might be ahead of Pharaoh Brown on the depth chart. We'll get to that in our winners and losers video later today. Subscribe and make sure you keep an eye on that. But he had Tanner Connor wide open. He just one leg, one arm floats it and ducked it into the ground. Should have been an easy touchdown. Like, that can't happen. But there was also some nice plays. 3rd and long. It was at 3rd and 11. Dennis Allen and the Bears bring an all-out blitz. Zach Wilson takes an extended drop back leg, flicks a little corner route to Taj Washington for a big play. Like, that is the stuff that you like to see. He also hit the back of his hip, got set, fired a quick little post route to Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, who broke a tackle and ended up going for 35 yards. So you see a little bit of the anticipation, the arm strength, the zip that Wilson can play with. He just has too many inconsistent throws, accuracy-wise, as well as decision-making. Now, he did put the ball in harm's way 0 times today, so it was good to see Zach Wilson keep care of the football, but he's just got to really make sure that he is playing with the right mentality, the footwork, the mechanics, to make sure those little wide-open passes in the flat don't become incompletions, and we can take advantage of what the defense is giving us. But I did mention a wide receiver, Taj Washington. 3 catches, 53 yards. I thought he was absolutely awesome today. I did not anticipate this. If you asked me the top 6 wide receivers on this football team going into the game, I would have said Waddle, Hill, Malik Washington, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, D. Eskridge, and Theo Weiss Jr. Well, guess what? Taj Washington got the reps as wide receiver 6, and he paid off. Had a really nice catch in traffic over the middle of the football field on a tough throw from Wilson, where Washington had to fight through some contact, all hands, to make it happen. Great play there. We already mentioned the deep corner route on 3rd and 11. When Zach Wilson was getting pressured, Taj Washington with a clear win, got open, made it easy for his quarterback, and then caught a screen pass as well. I was thoroughly impressed with Taj Washington. Don't want to overreact completely, but do believe he is going to be the wide receiver 6 on this football team, as we at least currently sitting. Coming up in a second, we got more post-game coverage and an instant reaction, but I did want to make sure the people know about this unbelievable deal right now. When you go to chatsports.com/MIA cutoff sale, cutoff hoodie, perfect for game days, perfect for just going out running errands. Aqua orange accents, love it. $22 off, was $45, now available for $33. Just go to chatsports.com/MIA cutoff sale. Links in the description and comments of today's video. Not sure how much longer that sale will be going on. All right, let's go to the second half a little bit here. We'll talk about Ollie Gordon, then we'll get to Quinn Ewers. I think Ollie Gordon has a chance to really have an early role on this football team. He ran hard, 8 carries, 33 yards, a touchdown. Also had 1 catch for 39 yards on a great little angle route, 3rd and long for Miami. Gets the play, big-time gain for the Dolphins. Ollie Gordon, all-purpose, basically 70 yards, 72 yards to be exact. Really impressed with him. And I said this in our live show, by the way. I am not comparing him to Derrick Henry. Not doing that in the slightest. But what I will say is Ollie Gordon has a similar skill set and frame. Remember, Ollie Gordon's 6'1", 6'2", 225. The guy's built like a truck, and you see it by the way he runs. He's physical. Whenever he falls forward. So he is a guy that I will start to really trust in short yardage situations. And I can't wait to see him continue to develop throughout the preseason, because it feels as if he will continue to get opportunities and potentially get a role, especially with Alexander Mattison being slightly banged up to where he might miss a couple weeks of training camp and preseason due to concussion protocol. We'll have more updates on that in future videos. All right, let's get into what a lot of people want to talk about here. Quinn Ewers, absolutely atrocious. 5 of 18, 91 yards. It would have been a lot worse if Ollie Gordon didn't make that great play in traffic to gain 39 yards, and then the last play of the game as well, where he picked up like 30 yards in passing on this pitch play, right? So what did I see from Quinn? I saw inaccuracy. I saw poor decision making. Now, there was one throw that he made a real good throw on. Hit the deep drop, hit his back foot, stepped up, fired over the middle of the field to Andrew Armstrong, dropped it. Armstrong trying to make this football team, can't happen. Literally can't happen. You just probably ruined your chance to make the football team, if we're going to be honest. He made a really good throw as well to A.J. Henning over the middle of the field on 18 yards. But what is the common denominator in these two throws? Drop, back foot, step up one time, fire. When Quinn Ewers feels pressure, he gets a little bit frazzled. His mechanics, his footwork break down. Instead of being square to the wide receiver and his square to his target, he's now opened up like this, throwing like this. The arm gets out of the angle. It floats on him. I mean, the first throw he had of the game was a 2nd and 5, quick catch, quick out route, but instead of being square and throwing to his guy on a BB to a wide open Theo Weiss Jr. on an out route, his left foot opened up. Tendency, open, throw, flares it high behind Theo Weiss Jr., and it's incomplete. And then on the next play, he throws it into a crowd, and it's incomplete on 3rd and 5. So I just do not believe Ewers looked the part of a player that can be an NFL caliber starting quarterback or a backup at this point. Am I giving up on Quinn Ewers? Absolutely not. He has done too many good things in training camp to this point for me to give up. But the point is, all of this hype and talk around Quinn through the first 2 weeks of training camp needs to take a chill pill. It is very clear he is not even close to the same level as Zach Wilson when it comes to actually playing in an NFL game. So will Quinn be kept on the 53-man roster? Absolutely. Will he be the QB2? Absolutely not. It is Zach Wilson, and I don't think there's really anything that could happen over the next couple of weeks after this performance where that can change. Who was your player of the game for the Miami Dolphins? I would honestly go between Taj Washington and I guess Ollie Gordon, I think those would have to be my two. I saw some nice plays defensively. I think Kenneth Grant made a couple good plays in the second quarter. Storm Duck had some good plays in the first half as well. I thought Grayson Murphy played really well. Really liked what I saw there. So we'll have more breakdown as the week goes on as we react, but wanted to do a quick instant reaction and just talk through my thoughts after Zach Wilson, Quinn Ewers made their Dolphins debut. Appreciate everybody who watched today's live stream, everybody who watched this instant reaction video. If you are still watching and aren't subscribed, change that. Daily content, live for every Dolphins game, and live every week on Tuesdays as well. Subscribe, join the channel, and I'll see you on a video later. Peace out.